This one girl looked at this other girl at like mid filming and was like, "Your pussy stinks. I think you should leave." And I'm like, "Oh my god, why would you say that in front of everyone?" Like,
your wardrobe screams fatherless.
We have more trust in that top Ziving people.
How was your relationship with your father? Just saying, why did you get the attention you wanted?
You need Jesus. That's offensive.
Welcome back, my offenders. It is Deelz with That's Offensive. I have Nara Ford with me and Swedish Bella / Monica.
Woo.
Where did Bella even come from?
I have no idea.
doesn't it mean beautiful?
Yeah, it does, but I don't know.
Swedish beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds so weird.
Like, what about Swedish Monica?
Yeah, right. That would be better. Actually,
it would make a lot more sense.
It would. I might change it. Good idea. I have no idea.
Because I thought your name was Bella, and when I was like, "Where is Bella?" People were like,
"What are you talking about?"
Yeah, they called me Bella, and I'm fine with that because it's really pretty. But
yeah,
you're like,
I
no,
have
I'm
no
Monica.
idea. Now when I think about it, it was a bad idea. But okay, here we are.
It's okay. Here we are. Just a little misleading.
Yeah, I know.
Just like the pegging.
Right.
Just misleading.
We misled people.
Yeah.
We're very sorry about that.
We're very sorry. So for backstory, me and her were talking about pegging each other, etc. So then we Googled it, and it's only pegging if you're
a male.
If it's a man's asshole.
Yeah.
So she wasn't even in my asshole. It was just my so it's just strapping on.
No, it's
strap on.
vagging.
Vagging. That's what we said.
Maybe I don't know.
Did you make that up?
Yes,
okay.
we did.
Vagging. I pounded your pussy with my strap on.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's start off by asking the offensive questions of the week. Monica's already done this one, so we're gonna role play this again.
I love to.
Do you ever plan on having kids, and what would the conversation look like when you admit you do or did porn?
Oh, okay. So I used to really want kids, and then now I have 2 dogs, and they're just like the highlight of my life.
You don't have to have that discussion ever.
Exactly, because it's like I couldn't imagine, like the way my dogs are, I could not imagine if like a little kid ran up to me and was like, "Mom," like, oh, I would like be the worst parent ever. Like they would run my life, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I don't necessarily think I want kids. Like I think maybe when I'm like 45, which is just not ideal. So I don't think I really have to worry about that. But like, I have a little sister. And I definitely, and she's getting older now. She's like entering her teenage, like middle school, almost high school era. So I kind of have to like have a conversation and figure that out with her.
Let's role play the conversation with your sister.
Oh man, okay.
So we're mom and dad.
Oh no, I'm the sister.
Oh, you're the sister.
Yeah.
I can be the mom.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're the mom. You're the mom, right?
I'm like the mom. I'm the sister.
Yeah, it's mom. Okay.
Okay, so I'm the mom.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Nara, some people at my high school showed me pictures. I think it's of your boobs. Is that, did they Photoshop that on?
No. So those are my titties. So that's me. So I wanted to let you know that in this life, you live life for yourself and you don't live life for other people. And so some people might not like the fact that you like apples, but you love apples. So are you just going to stop eating apples? Are you just going to eat apples in private by yourself, but you love them so much? Like, why just eat them by yourself? Like, you want to show everyone how much you love them. Eat them all the time. So I love my titties. I love my vagina. I love my ass. I love my body. I love the empowerment I get from showing it. I love the amount of money that I make from showing it. I love that I am, thank you, Lord, that I'm blessed to be beautiful. And I have so many wonderful supporters who like, I make a living off of my personality and the way I make a living. I make a living off of the way I look. And I'm so blessed, and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about it. So that's that. So I'm sorry if you get teased for anything along those lines, but you shouldn't care what people think about you or me or what anyone thinks about anyone, because you're just so busy living your own life.
How can you embarrass the family like that?
Oh my God. But mommy supports it though.
Yeah, see? I'm supported. No, my family is
me on a cruise.
My family is like super, super supportive though.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I'm blessed to only have like 4 family members, and so it's just I really don't have to like tell that many people what I do, and they're all so chill and cool.
No, that was a good explanation though.
Yeah.
I just got Oh my God. There was this whole Facebook thread and I got very heated. So like,
Oh, wow.
someone made a comment, like there was just like this screenshot of someone saying that like sex work has never been and will never be empowering. And I was obviously triggered. So I was like, how can you say that it's not empowering for anybody if you're not a sex worker, if you've never lived it, and
you have
if
no idea.
we're
not
taking
doing
our power back for the first time in what? Hundreds of years? Like, okay. And then these people were like, until sex work is empowering for everybody, it's empowering for no one. Sex work can't be empowering.
Why
While
though?
they said because of people in like third world countries who are forced to do it, or like, you know, sex trafficked. And I'm like,
Well,
sex
that's
trafficking
different.
isn't sex work. Like,
No, all of that stuff is so different. Sex
It's-
work is an individual adult human who wants to
consensually.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I got it was a long conversation where people are like, maybe the industry isn't empowering, but it can be empowering for individuals. And I'm like, I think the OnlyFans industry has been the most empowering platform.
100%.
Like
100%.
porn 10 years ago, even 20 years ago, and I think this is a lot of what people refer to, but porn was not empowering back then because people fucked girls out of getting a lot of money. You know, people were creepy. Girls weren't
Yeah.
taken seriously. Like people were forced to like work with guys who were ugly or, you know.
and forced to
Unfortunately,
fuck like
it
hours
still
all day.
happens. You know,
Yeah.
you can't. From what I know, you can't choose your male talent.
Yeah.
They just send you whoever, and
Which is the biggest dicks.
or like somebody you're not attracted to, and you really don't want that person touching you.
Yeah.
What do you say? You're like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can't get out of it.
Like, I think OnlyFans, like, maybe we need to, like, start separating, like, versions of sex work for what is empowering. Because I think OnlyFans is empowering for whoever feels empowered by it.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
I know there are some girls who are like, I don't feel comfortable selling my body, or I don't feel comfortable sexting with men, and you know, it's not empowering for
That's fine.
them. But, like, as a whole, OnlyFans lets the creators have the power.
Exactly. Like, just because something is empowering to one individual doesn't take the empowerment away from someone else. You
Yeah.
know? It's like, I feel like it's all internal and what you really feel about it. So
Yeah.
if I'm over here like, oh, this just makes me feel so good and so incredible, and you go and do the same exact thing that I did, and you're like, this makes me feel like shit, so you must feel like shit. Like,
Yeah.
you're two completely different people with
No,
different
exactly.
mindsets.
There's
So if
some
it doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean it doesn't work for everyone else.
I also feel like there's a lot of jealousy when it comes to sex work because people want to do it, but they're so uptight about what other people would think of them.
Yeah.
So they just hate because they want to do it, but they can't. So they kind of talk themselves into hating it. So
With sexuality too, like people aren't in tune with their sexuality, their sensuality, and it's like, for me it was empowering because I was slut shamed all of my life for wanting my tits out, or I was out here flashing people in 8th grade because I'm like mooning people,
like, let me
flashing
be a
people.
I mean, I would like to go to that school. I'm just saying. I would love to go to that school.
there?
Yeah, I'll be creeping on a deal like, oh,
Hey, it was pre-tits back then. Pre-tits Adelia was a different
Doesn't
Adelia.
matter.
Her little
Doesn't
nipples.
matter.
She's like, here's my chest and my nipples. What do you think?
Literally just a, like, what is it, cardboard?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like little eggs.
Yeah.
But it's like,
a little pencil eraser.
Yeah.
now that I'm able to get paid for this kind of stuff, it feels so empowering.
Yeah,
like,
of
were
course.
you guys, I know that you were slut shamed because you got fired. So
Yeah.
have you been slut shamed?
Yeah. So my slut shaming kind of happened for me when I was in the military. I was in the Air Force for 6 years, and the first like 2 years were really good, and then I was like, this is not what I want to do. And then I started doing modeling, and there was this girl in my unit, and she was she had an incredible body. She did like physique competitions and
Nice.
stuff, and she looked so good, and her Instagram was full of pictures of her flexing her body in tiny little bikinis, G-string thong bikinis, ass cheeks out, or like a full back shot, no nothing, like literally all of that, right?
Yeah.
So I go do this photo shoot, and I'm like in this bed, and I don't have crazy back muscles, but I'm like sitting in this bed, and I have these sheets like pulled up, like you can see like maybe that much of like my butt crack, and then
That's
just my
hot.
bare back, and then I'm just like turning like this. I got in so much trouble from my unit and from the Air Force. I got so much trouble because that's when my slut shaming like really started, and that's when the unit started paying attention to me and my Instagram and being like, oh, so she thinks she's hot shit. She's out here like doing all of these photo shoots. We're gonna tear her down. And I'm like,
so
bro, this girl is doing the
ridiculous.
same thing that I'm doing, but just because
She
she's
wasn't
like
as hot as you though.
no,
Probably that's the
no, she
you know?
wasn't. And the other thing is just like there's just so many like factors to it that like get in my head, and I'm like, why target me and not target her? Why? Like I got so much paperwork, I got in so much trouble, but like I loved modeling, so I didn't stop. So then since I didn't stop, I continued to get in trouble, and then more slut shaming happened, and then I became a stripper while I was in the Air Force, and then my coworkers would come and see me at the club, and I would have to tell my commander like, hey, so and so came to see me again. He followed me around the club all night. Like, can you let him know? And like all of this stuff like started happening at like in the Air Force for me. So once I started like, I was like so okay with everything and so okay with like putting my body out there. That like it was empowering for me, and I'm just from such a small town that like all of this attention, I was like, oh, this is just the coolest thing ever.
I love it. It's
and
amazing.
I'm a Gemini, and Geminis are like
same.
Yeah.
So like were you looking? Because you're around my age, right? You're like, I'm 25.
I love that.
No?
Thanks, no. I'm 29.
Okay, well, for you, you look younger than I do.
Thanks. Oh my God, you're so sweet.
But like, did you watch The Girls Next Door?
Yeah.
And idolize.
Yes.
Idolize them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know Hugh Hefner was like an awful guy back then, but I'm like, I want to pose naked like that. And my mom was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I'm so horrible. I used to bring like Playboy magazines and stuff to school. I get in trouble so bad.
You'd be like in the bathroom.
Yeah, dude, I stole my dad's like porno magazines and would bring them to school, and I would like look at them with my guy friends. It was
funny.
so funny, and I get so much in trouble for that. Like I got caught, and I was like, "You're not allowed to bring that," blah blah blah. And I was like, I went to the 6th grade.
Oh my God.
funny.
One time, well, this was in college, so it's not like I could get in trouble for this, but I was watching porn on my computer. It died. I plugged it in. And then the next day I went to class, opened my laptop as it was charged. And then the porn just started playing in a class of like 20, 30 people. And my professor loved me. So he tried to like distract the class. I slammed my laptop and was like, I'm just not taking notes today. I'm just
You're like, I can't even get in there.
Like,
to
this
exit it
is
out quick.
educational.
I turned bright red, and at least there was no one cool in that class. I was like the only alcoholic.
I was the only partier.
I was the only alcoholic.
That is so
but
funny.
I was like, oh my God, my porn was
Was it
playing.
good porn?
It was Megan Rain, who I wanted to.
Oh my God.
I think I'm interviewing her this trip,
Oh,
but
nice.
I'm waiting.
She's so cute.
She is very cute.
That's
Her
so
porn,
funny.
I'm going to freak out when I meet her because.
I want to eat your pussy. Come here.
She's like the porn I've watched the most. Like her porn, she's like the best performer, and I just don't understand how she's not like a Riley Reid or like that big.
Yeah.
Like she deserves all of that credit.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
What would your body count be if it was just the men who made you come?
Oh my goodness. That's such a good question. Honestly, I feel like most men don't necessarily care about making women come.
Exactly.
And that's
Some
why
do,
they
though.
turn into
But
one night stands,
not a
motherfucker.
lot of them. They're very few.
Yeah.
I know. We need to like make a rule like you need to make me come before I fuck you, and if you don't, then we're not having sex.
Yeah.
Because then it's just kind of like you're basically masturbating in my pussy.
Yeah, like
that
I
is
know
very
you're
true.
not gonna make me come from having sex, so like we need to figure this out beforehand.
So is it under
I'm
5?
probably gonna say no. It's probably like
Under 10?
yeah.
Okay.
It's probably like under 10.
Yeah.
I had like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm very
2.
vocal. I'm a very vocal person. So like if something's going the way I want it to go, I'm going to let you know that I like it. And if it's not going the way I want it to go, I'm going to let you know how like lame you are.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
these men just don't care. And that is why I'm like, I'm
Just
fine
gotta be
being celibate.
demanding. Just be demanding.
I had one guy this was years ago, and he was like, we were fucking, and he was fucking me, and I started playing with my clit, and he was like, so
Did I
what?
not?
Yeah,
So
like,
offensive.
Yeah,
right?
like, so is my dick not good enough? I was like,
No.
you have no idea how a female vagina
You
works,
don't know
right?
each
You have
other.
no idea.
Men's dicks aren't enough. They want fingers in the asshole too, okay?
Yeah.
They want ball play.
Yeah.
They get it. They just don't want to get it when it doesn't apply to them.
Exactly. And if God forbid, if you want to use a toy at the same time, some of them go like,
God forbid.
That is the most
Oh my
awkward
God.
but
It's
those
like-
conversations. Like some people are like, what? Like, what is this? And other people are like, yeah, grab that toy, grab this
Oh, yeah.
toy.
Oh, my
Real
God.
men are excited when you grab a toy because they're like, awesome, because I knew I couldn't do this anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Here
They're
you
like,
go.
bring it in. You're getting so much more wet. You're so much more into it. Like all of that.
Have this ever happened to you guys? You fucked a guy, right? And when he left, you're like, I gotta finish this by myself
I've
because
sent them pictures
Yes.
of me finishing it
Yes.
and been like trying
You're
to
a
shame them.
piece of shit.
But like, I feel like this is a good thing for men. So how many men across the US, it's like a phenomenon that everyone is like using testosterone right now to build
Yes.
muscle.
Me too.
So you guys are using testosterone to build muscle. So for the boys, we need vibrators to come. That is
Yeah,
just,
it's, you know.
extra help.
it just helps
Extra
us.
external help that you don't naturally produce.
Yeah. you
yeah,
gotta-
I love guys though that are, oh, you know, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass and then I'm gonna use a dildo on you and then I'm like, I get excited. I was like, whoa, this
all
is
of
gonna
this
be
excitement.
fun.
Flip me around, smack me, choke
so
me.
many
Like do
people,
some-
so many things to choose from. I don't know what to do.
So many options.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
love
there's also like I feel like there's like a limit when it comes to not like a limit, but like so I used to know this girl and she was like uber addicted to her Hitachi. She would put that thing on level 1,000 and just hold it there for like an hour.
I've done that.
Holy shit.
I cannot do that. I'm like, that's bad. That's bad. You
know.
need to like
My life coach is like, you need, so I have started, so ladies for who love their Hitachi like me, she like has me, I only use my Hitachi once a week now to try to get more sensation, just feeling around with my fingers. And it doesn't make me come when I do that yet, but it's just getting more like, okay, that's a spot. That's a cool spot, but it takes a lot of time spending with yourself.
Yeah.
Because I just thought I didn't have a lot of nerve endings out there. And she's like, no, you're not connected enough with your vagina. So you need to connect with your vagina and just feel around. And then men can also make you easier come. And the other thing too is Kegels help you come during sex.
Yes,
And I
that
didn't
is
know
very
that.
true.
Yes.
Because when I fuck myself with a dildo now, after doing, I got on this thing called the pulse machine, which basically it helps you do like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
1,000
Yeah.
Kegels.
yeah.
Oh my God, the dildo, I'm like, oh,
You're like, whoa.
jump
Oh, this
scare.
is a party.
Oh, yeah.
This
Oh,
feels
I love it.
awesome.
Yeah. I need to get
So Kegels late, and they might not be fun. That's why I do a pulse instead of doing the actual Kegels because I need the shortcut. I want to be
Yeah.
on my phone.
Yeah,
Has
I
anyone
wanna
tried
do
the
that
O
too.
shot?
No, I know
I'm
someone
going
that
to.
did,
I'm
though.
going to as
But
well.
I also need a penis to,
I know
need
you've
to-
been celibate for like a year now.
yeah, over a year.
Yeah,
So
I want to try it because I heard good things, but
Yeah.
like I want to come just from a dick. I just want to know how that feels. If
I've
it's
only done it
different.
like 4 times in my life, and all of them have been a surprise.
Yeah, I squirted all over this guy the other day. I do not like come from like penetration. Like I need you to like
Yeah.
play with my clit,
Yeah,
eat me
yeah.
out, like something. But man, this guy, we were going, and then just all of a sudden.
And it's a surprise.
I was like, oh, and he's like such a clean freak. so once
Of
we
all
were
the
done,
people it could
I
be.
know. I'm like, why does it have to be you? So once we were done, I was like, oh, like baby made me squirt, and he's like, oh, is that what all this is? I'm like,
you're like, you
I
sound
get the
disappointed.
same reactions. All of these men on OnlyFans are like, we love women who squirt. And then the men in real life are like, oh, I have to clean up this big mess now.
What do you think we're doing each time?
What?
I gotta lay a towel down, lay a sheet down,
I
lay
do
a
it in my
tarp down.
bathtub when I like am doing it just for me. I like lay down in my bathtub so then the squirt just goes down the drain.
That is very
That's
good.
smart.
That's a
that way
good
it
idea.
just flows. You can just turn the shower off. That was good. Thank you.
Yeah. How many times have you had chlamydia?
Oh my God. Can I tell you the most embarrassing
Yes.
story? And I can't believe I'm like putting this out there.
I've put everything out there, so
Okay, this is my first time publicly ever telling this story. So I was like 13 years old, and I went to this party because which is crazy to think as like now that I'm an adult. At 13, I went to a party and I was drinking like it's insane. But anyway, so I was 13 at this party and there was like this guy there. He was like 16 or 17 and small town, very I graduated with 23 kids, like small town, very small town. So like the age thing like it's not a thing. Yeah. So I'm like 13. This guy was like 16, 17, and he was so hot. He was so popular, and he was like, suck my dick. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And it was like my first time ever doing anything sexual. Bro, I got chlamydia in my throat from sucking his dick.
That happened to me too.
13 years old. I was a virgin. I had to go tell my mom. I'm like, yo, I think something's wrong.
Strep throat.
What's going on? Like, oh my God, like, what do I do?
I literally had it as well.
How do people in oh my God, that would be bad. Middle schoolers, please don't have sex. But in high school, I got it in college, and I'm like, that's fair. I went to University of Arizona where 1 in, I think, 4 people get it. 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 people get it. But like, in high school, how do you get it in high school?
Well, I lost my virginity when I was 13.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I lost mine when I was 15.
I was 14, but I never used condoms, and I never got anything.
Man,
I've gotten twice, like once in my throat. And
so what is the difference? Okay, so since you've had it in your throat and your vagina, what is the difference in feeling?
Throat,
I don't even remember because I was 13.
It feels like strep throat.
Okay.
Legit.
That's bad. Because my vagina, I just had weird discharge.
Strep throat, but the white spots are all over your mouth. Like, they don't really hurt. It just feels
looks
weird, swollen.
Fucking infected. You look like a creep.
But they give you one pill and it goes away. And then in your vagina, it's just really bad. Like, horrible. Like, if you have a yeast infection times 1,000,000. Like, you literally want to sit on a brush. Like, all day.
just like the brush.
Yeah. But I was like, this is not okay.
You're like, what's
I think
going
something's
on?
wrong. So I went to the doctors, and of course I tested positive. And I actually got it from my girlfriend, which is, you know, we did a show. She didn't know she had it.
Yeah.
Damn.
As people usually don't.
Yeah.
And I got it from her, and
Damn.
I told her, and she was like, damn, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. She went to get tested and also had it, of course, but she had no symptoms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So thankfully,
That's the
thank
thing.
God
Like, shit
her.
can get passed around because people just be like,
They don't know.
Exactly.
And it's nothing to be ashamed about, because a lot of people legit do not know they have it because you have no symptoms.
And no one goes and gets tested. Like, people,
No.
like, I feel like now it's more common to get tested because like OnlyFans and this type of industry is like boomed and it's so big. So it's just like, oh, I got tested. I'm clean. Oh, did you get like, so I feel like it's like cool to get tested now. But like before it was like,
Men in college would be like, I don't want to get tested. And I'm like,
why are you scared?
Like, why don't you want to get tested? Why don't you want to know if you're giving girls chlamydia? And they'd be like, because I can't get chlamydia. It was almost like a pride thing. Like, they were too cool to get chlamydia. And I'm like,
Dudes
did COVID discriminate?
Yeah.
Like, were you
They're
too
like, okay,
cool?
no, you're not getting it, but you're getting it.
All of you are getting it, but I'm too cool for it. So
I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
skip me.
That's interesting.
Okay, so you made a joke on a podcast that you made an OnlyFans because you had daddy issues and he was never there.
Yeah. So that's like what everyone's obviously always thinks. They're like, oh, you must do this because you have no father in your life.
Fatherless activities.
I know, but like I really don't have a father. Like
I really don't have
I really
one. Like,
don't
for
have
real.
one. Like my mom literally like hooked up with some random dude at a bonfire on the beach.
It must have been really hot though.
Thanks, thank you. Yeah, I saw a psychic and she told me I'm gonna meet him when I'm 33. I need to keep doing like the DNA. I've done 3 DNA tests and none of them were him. And then I've done like family tree DNA and like did that. And I did it while I was deployed because I was super bored, and I got connected to like the super sweet old lady that was like 80 years old, and she would message me when her grandson would come over, and she'd be like, he's typing for you. I'm like, do you know anyone in this area? Like, where's my dad? But so I've just never had a dad. I've had like a stepdad and stuff, but I just have like a very strong like my aunt raised me for a lot of my life. Yeah. And I've just always been like a very independent person, and I've always been like, whatever I want to do, I'm going to do. Yeah. So if I like, when I was in the military, do you guys know Damon Dice?
Yes, I know who he is.
So his name's Spencer. Me and Spencer have been best friends for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So rewind 10 years ago. I'm fucking in the military, broke as fuck. Spencer's broke as fuck. And we go to lunch and we're like, what are we going to do with our lives? Like, we can't be broke like this. Like, I'm in the military. What the fuck am I doing? He's like, bro, I just started doing porn. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, let me take you to meet these people. And I was like, okay. So like, I went to a lunch with him and I was going to do porn. And then I was like, this is kind of crazy because I'm in the military. Like, I can't do porn. And he was like, here, take my laptop and just go home and do camming. Just like hide your face.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And then I never followed through and never did that. But it's just, I've always been like, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. And like, I actually made a whole episode about daddy issues because like, everyone thinks that like we do OnlyFans because of our daddy issues. And in my opinion, I've always kind of been this like promiscuous, sexually curious person. Yeah. I think my dad was responsible for my choices in men because like they're a direct reflection of like my relationship with him. But I feel like I was meant to be a sex worker. So like, I just don't think there's necessarily a correlation between OnlyFans and like your dad isn't there. Like, I was scared of my dad finding out. It's not like I did OnlyFans to be like, fuck you, dad. It's like I did OnlyFans and I was terrified of him finding out.
I mean, I had a stepdad. He was amazing. Yeah. Like I have mommy issues. I do not have daddy issues. Like my dad is so funny. Is open. Like he was open to anything. Like. Yeah. Talk about sex and stuff. He was like, I have to ask you something. This is very weird. I was like, what is weird, Dad? He's like, nowadays every woman is like shaving her legs and her downstairs. I was like, okay. You do that? He's like, I don't like that. I was like, Dad, what do you like? Well, I like a proper bush.
I think a bush is nice. That's funny. You're like, no, you're not with the ways.
Yeah, no.
That's funny.
Do you think your dad not being in your life made you sluttier?
So I don't think so, but it's like, how can I know the answer to that question? Because if he was in my life, but like, so when I lived with my aunt, she was married to my uncle and he was like a cop. And so I lived with them for a couple of different segments over my life. And he was like very strict and like a father figure for a lot of my time growing up. And then I also had like a stepfather who was also, like pretty fucking strict. So I had like that, but they never like lasted too long and they weren't like that type of way. So I feel like I've always kind of been sexual. Like I've always been like, I remember I started masturbating at just like the youngest age. And I remember me and my girlfriend, like we would eat each other's pussy at like 10 years old. Yeah.
Wow. That's new.
Yeah. Like
that's hot though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to learn.
Not hot to think about 10-year-olds, but also
no, that's not what I meant. But it's I mean,
maybe like 11. Maybe like 11.
But it is a good way to get to know your body and also your sexuality. What do I like as a woman?
Yeah,
exactly. Do I like women, men? You know.
Yeah.
How has having an absent father affected? Oh my God! How has
rewind?
I cannot talk. How has having an absent father affected your relationships with men?
I feel like I love Leos. I have like I just love a Leo. And they're so like demanding. They're so, they just have like this ego and this personality, but they're also like very caring and they, try to like bring the best out in me and so I feel like that's like what I try to like go for. I go for men who like try to like, I don't want like a guy that's gonna be like, oh, this is Nara, like look how cute she is. I want someone to be like, oh, this is Nara, like we built this and this together and we do like I want someone to like build with and like build up with and like be like doing things with. And so I feel like that's kind of like the father figure type thing. Like I don't want like some random guy that's just like, oh, look at this hot girl I have. I want more of like a connection and more of like, I'm proud of you and look at what we can do together and like how can we build together type things.
Exactly. I think like I think Leos too go really well with Geminis.
Are you a June or a May?
I'm a June Gemini.
What's day?
6/9.
Oh my God, I'm 6/6.
Wow.
Oh my God. So June Geminis love us some Leos.
Yeah, but because they're attention whores and so are we. Yeah. And it goes very well to have like Leo best friends or even Sag best friends.
I love Sag.
Like, I love the attention whores. Like people who are like, oh my God, I can't deal with attention. I'm still good friends with them because we balance each other out. Like my one friend, we just went to a comedy show and she's like, do not draw any attention to me or I might start crying.
You walk in and you're like, I have the best vagina. Everyone looks. They're like,
she does though.
Do I? Thank
Yes,
you.
you do.
I
know,
always have been really insecure because most people's vaginas doing porn are innies. Do you have an innie or an outie?
I had an outie and I got my lips chopped. And so
Okay.
now I have like an innie, but there's still some lip.
Yeah, because I am an outie, and I'm like, I have such a fat vagina for the industry, but the men on my OnlyFans, we love the fatties.
Yeah, they love it. They love
Yeah.
it. So I just feel like my lip, like when I look at videos prior to, I feel like when I would like bend over, the way that they hung, like one like hung like lower than
Okay, yeah.
I know, but it just bothered me. I'm like, it looks like I have a ball sack.
My name is
like a very
mine is
small ball.
half innie, half outie.
Yeah.
I have a like.
Yours is very nice.
Yeah, since
I
I
like
since
yours.
I started taking
my face
everything
has been
from,
inside of it.
for my training, my clit has grown a little bit, not much, but
Yeah.
and I lost a lot of weight, so you see the clit more. But mine is kind of an innie.
Yeah. You're the last vagina I ate all those months
Same
ago.
here,
Really?
actually.
Because
Yes.
I'm like, I don't like to like eat people out that I don't feel like very connected to.
Yeah.
So
I'm the
it's
same
like,
way.
all-
I'm the
so
same
it's
way.
like Monica, yes. Kristen, yes. Sarah, yes. Like I'll eat out my like
I want,
good
I want
girlfriends.
all of your vaginas like
Yeah.
in my face, and I want just like
Take
line
turns.
it
a
on.
smorgasbord.
But it's like all
Give
these
me the
like random
pussy.
girls that are like, oh my god, let's collab here. I'm like, oh, I didn't get tested. I actually didn't get tested so that I don't have to like. It's my excuse. Like I didn't get tested. You don't want to collab with me.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm a nasty
I mean,
bitch.
I totally get you. Like you're being throwing into something, and you're like, okay.
Because you know, some people might be like, wait, why don't you want to? But if you say I didn't get tested, how are they going to argue that?
Yeah,
They're
right.
not
But
gonna
it's just
argue it.
sometimes you just don't want to eat people's fucking vaginas.
Yeah, that's how
Like
it
it
is.
just,
I'm
or like
sorry.
you go to make content with people and everything like seems so good. Their results are clean. They're uber popular. You're gonna get so like it's gonna be good for them. It's gonna be good for you. It's
And then
a
you
great
get the
collab.
stank.
And then you go down there. Ooh, come here, baby girl. Ooh. And then it's like, okay, well, the cameras are rolling and like my face is down here. And I'm not like, I hate when you make videos with girls and they're like, oh, I don't actually like do this. I like fake do it. Like, I'm okay fake doing it, but I'm not going to really do it if you're fake doing it because I'm actually like gay. Like, I really like girl. Like, I really like fucking girls. So it's like, I like, don't be fake. Don't be
I
weird.
had some BV scares like with girls. I'm like, ooh,
And then it's
that
just like
is a lot.
I can't even work around it. Like I'm not
No.
gonna eat it, and I know once I start fucking it,
It's gonna be worse.
It's gonna come out more. I'm like, let's
Oh,
just do
God.
like titty pics. I was at this collab. Oh, there was like 10 girls there and they were all like super millions of Instagram followers, popular verified girls, and some of them just didn't like each other. I don't know why we were all in the same room if they just didn't like each other.
That is
but
so weird.
This one girl looked at this other girl at like mid filming and was like, your pussy stinks. I think you should leave. And I'm like, oh my God, why would you say that in front of everyone like this?
Dude,
like,
that is honest though. She was like straight up.
And then I was also filming. I was filming at my house, and I had these two girls come. I had my girlfriend there, and then I had these two girls come over, and everything was good. And then everything was good. And then this fucking. Okay, so we're like on the kitchen I don't want to say anymore, actually, because I already just said where we were, and I don't want you to know the scenes and know who I'm talking about. But the girl, one of the girls, like, straight called her friend out in front of all of us. Like, she was like, honey, like, you smell really bad. I think you should, like, not film with us anymore. And it's like, those two girls were friends. Like, we weren't friends with those girls. Like,
How do you
they
just
came
not
over to
taste
film.
yourself, though? How do you not taste yourself before you film?
BV smells.
Yeah.
I
You don't
literally
even have
put
to
my
taste
fingers
it.
inside of my vagina, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's a good day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I like rub myself.
Yeah. I'm like, let me
And I
see.
go around like this.
I'm like, do I need
because
to wipe
I'm
real
freaking
quick?
worried.
Yeah. Like, what if I got a little
no.
sweaty? I have like
Yeah.
some thigh sweat.
Oh,
I'm
God,
like,
mm-mm.
shit. And then I spray tan.
Yeah.
So then sometimes I get like these like little crease lines from my sprays, like near my vagina, and it just looks like a tan lined. I'm just like, let me just like double check and make sure everything looks spick and span before I put it in your face.
Yeah.
On
So
camera.
ladies, go down
Taste
there.
yourself. I
Taste
taste
yourself.
myself every time I like come, squirt, whatever. I'm like,
how about this?
Yeah, exactly.
Delicious.
You gotta taste it. I mean, or rub it a little. You know, put a
rub
finger
it.
in there. Go like, you know.
I do the same thing to my asshole too.
Oh yes, I am
I'm like,
telling
let me
you.
just make sure the asshole.
I shot with one girl, and I was gonna go down on her and eat her ass, and
And then you were
legit
like,
there was a poop.
There was a little poo-poo.
There was a little poo-poo, and I was like,
Do you not?
wow.
Okay, can I tell you the most embarrassing thing?
Yeah.
I was making a video. And it was like a custom, and I made the video, blah blah blah. I was done, and then the next day I had to I was like using that, like a clip of that video to send to someone, and I zoomed in on the fucking part, and there was like a little it looked like a little piece of poop, and I'm like, there is not poop on my ass that I sent to this guy. I'm like, is this? So I looked at it, I like zoomed in really close, and I'm like,
it was?
Nara, did you have poop on your butt? I think it was a spray tan. I think it was my spray tan.
I think so. Yeah.
But I'm like over here, and I'm like,
You
this
would
man
never.
for sure thinks it was shit. Like
Maybe
he
he
for
likes
sure.
it though.
Yeah, they weird. I know.
Some men are weird like that. I've been having poop. Like people are like, I will pay you thousands of dollars to poop on me, and I'm like, just. Like the thousands of dollars sounds good. I feel it just. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that.
So I've peed on someone before.
Have you?
Yeah, me too.
Do you know what magic is?
No.
It's like this fashion convention that they have out here. I was like 20 years old. I had just moved to Vegas. I was in the military from my super small town. I've always wanted to be like a celebrity. I always wanted to be a model. I'm walking through the fucking mall, and this guy comes up, and it's during Magic, so it's a fashion convention. He's like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. I really want you to come walk in my fashion show. I'm like, oh, me? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, what? Just a naive dumb bitch. I'm like, this is the best
He's
thing
like,
ever.
I'm famous now.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, come to my hotel room, and we'll get you fitted, and then we'll go walk. And I'm like, yeah. I pull up to Rio. He's not fucking Rio. Like, what am I doing? Okay, but I'm like 20 years old. I don't know. I'm so naive. So I pull up to Rio. I go in there, and I'm like, he closes the door behind me, and I'm like, I'm gonna get killed. Like, this is crazy. What am I doing?
God.
And he's like, so I actually don't want you to walk in a fashion show. I'm like, yeah, I know you want to kill me. Like, that's what I came here for. Like, I'm so excited for this. And he's like, I really want you to pee on me. And I was like,
How much?
Okay. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I'll give you $500. I'm like, oh my God. Like in the military, I made $2,300 a month. Like a month.
Oh, you
I'm
peed
like,
on him.
$500? Oh my God.
You're like, if I pee twice, should I get double?
So I'm like, he like lays down. I'm like, I've never done this before. I don't know if my body will like push my fucking pee out, but I'll try. And so he's laying down on the floor, and then I stand over him. And then I fucking let that shit flow. Niagara Falls, baby.
Let's go.
He had
All
the
over
best
him.
of times.
He loved it. And then he was like, can you please like shit on me? Can we do that now? And I was like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. He's like, I'll give you $1,000. And I'm like, I just physically don't think I can like poop. Yeah. Like I just
not the time of the day.
It took me so long. It took me like 20 minutes to pee on him.
Yeah.
But like shitting on him, we'd be there for hours.
Can you explain what cum eating instructions are? Because I've heard of jerk off instructions, but I've never heard of cum eating instructions.
Yes. Okay, so I have this subscriber, and he loves that. So we'll do Skype calls, and he'll be jacking off, and like I'll be on the other side like telling him like jack off instructions. And then after he comes, he's like he shoots his cum on his stomach, and then I'm like, you better lick all that shit up right now, you fucking dirty boy. And he like grabs it like
He
this.
licks his own cum.
Yes,
I mean,
he,
I do that.
Scoops it up.
I
Well,
mean-
yeah, but it's just different for girls, right?
Yeah.
He scoops it up off of his stomach and eats it, and I say there's some left over there. You better get that shit too. Scoops it up, eats it. I'm like, you fucking left some. Why are you leaving any? And he's, yes, ma'am. And eats
I
it
had
all.
a guy that came in his own mouth.
Oh yeah, shoots it in there.
Yeah.
I've only had cum, and now I won't taste it again because I've only had cum that tastes like sour lemons mixed with spoiled eggs squirt in my mouth. No, we're not doing that.
Ew.
No, not today.
Not
Not
all
today.
cum tastes like that. I promise.
Okay, well, maybe one day I'll try cum that doesn't taste nasty. Maybe the men take care of themselves.
They need to eat pineapple. Pineapple. Men, pineapple.
So
Yeah,
you
right?
started stripping when you were at the military at the Rhino and got disciplined
Yeah.
because of a billboard Ryan
Yeah.
took of you. So briefly tell us that story.
So I was deployed, and the most I ever made when I was in the military, when I was in E4, I made like $26,000 a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
fucking year.
Do they pay for your housing at least?
That's including my housing. That's the $26,000 is my
Oh, wow.
paycheck that includes my housing.
Okay.
So $26,000 a year. So I deployed, and I was overseas for 7 months. I worked 6 days a week, 12-hour days. It was fucking hell. I hated it. But when you're deployed, everything's tax free. You don't have any bills. Like, so I saved $17,000, and I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Oh my god, I made so much money. I'm a fucking rich bitch. Yeah, like it was the best thing ever. I come back home from my deployment after 7 months. I have PTSD. I'm like going through it. Like shit's rough. And my girlfriend, she's like, we called them like civilians. She was like, hey, how much did you make? And I was like, $17,000. And she's like, girl, I made that in the weekend, like stripping. Like, why don't you try stripping? Like, you can do it. Like, I'm like, fuck yeah. So then I go and strip. And you're not supposed to do that in the military at all. Like, if you're in the military and you want a second job, regardless if it's fucking working at McDonald's, you have to get like all of this paperwork signed, everything that has to get approved. Because your second job, you can't work in that more than you're working in the military. Your second job can't provide for you more than the military. There's like, because they're fucking stupid and they just want to control you. But there's just like so many like rules. And so I didn't tell anyone that I was stripping, but I was making so much money stripping. I was working in the military Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and then I was stripping Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from like 9-10 until like 5 in the morning. I was I did that for like 2 years straight. It was so I made so much money, but I was so tired. But so after I started dancing, like my second week, the owner came up to me and was like, hey, like you're killing it, because I was fucking killing it. And he's like, I want to like take pictures of you and use you. I was like, for sure. So he took pictures of me, and they came out really good. Or the manager did that. And then we had the photo shoot, took pictures. The manager showed the owner, and the owner was like, oh, we need this bitch like all over. And so he was like, hey, can we put you on the billboard? And I'm like, oh, the one outside on the fucking freeway? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, let's do it. You have to drive past the billboard to get to the military base. So I think that shit lasted for like 2 days, and then I got called into the office, and they're like, what is this? And I'm like,
you're like, I don't know,
I'm making money. And they're like, you didn't fill out a thing. And I'm like, okay, I can fill it out, but y'all are gonna disapprove it. And they're like, yeah, but still fill it out. I was like, okay. So I filled it out, got disapproved. They're like, okay, you can't dance there anymore. I was like, I'm 100% dancing still. Like, there's absolutely no way you can.
Pay me the same money they're paying me. I won't be doing it.
I got in so much trouble. I got demoted. I got in so much fucking trouble because I wasn't gonna stop. Like, I would literally not stop. Like, they would come in and they'd be like, oh, did you dance this weekend? I'd be like, yeah, I made so much fucking money. They're like, okay, paperwork again. The next day, did you dance last night? Yeah, I did. And so came and saw me. Like, it was really rough. But luckily, I only had like a year left on my enlistment. So it was just a lot of hell for like the last year. But I stayed. But I don't recommend that to anyone.
What is an Article 15?
An Article 15 is like a really serious form of like discipline. So there's like LOR, letter of reprimand, letter of correction. One of them is like worse than that. I think it goes LOC, LOR, something else, and then an Article 15. Like when you get an Article 15, you can get like, I actually almost got court-martialed, which
what does that mean?
So trying to like remember, I got out in 2017, so I'm trying to remember like
you go
all
to jail,
of this.
right? Military jail.
Yeah, you go to military jail. But I was so depressed and so sad that I was like, if I spend the last like 6 months of my term in military jail and then I'm out, like that's worth it. That's so worth it. Like I'll be fine because then I'm gonna be out.
Yeah,
after
my
that.
ex got military jail too.
Yeah. They go to Leavenworth and get fucked up over there. But so Article 15 is just like paperwork, get demoted, you get I had to do like laborious fucking service around the unit, just bullshit.
So I have a story about the Rhino. John at the Rhino was the one who hired you, right? That man, such a dick.
Yes, he is. I love him so much.
So I was like looking, because I was really sick earlier this year with mold poisoning. Like I was sick. You remember, like look at even just how my face has changed from rude. Like May when you saw me. And I remember I was like, I messaged John on Instagram being like, hey, like, could I work at the Rhino? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, would I get a good shift? And he's like, when you lose 15 pounds.
He was so rude.
And then he told me to cut out sugar and carbs for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and
he's
I'm
like, this is how you can do it.
It's not, why is he fat shaming when he looks the way he does?
Like, to be honest, the club I worked in LA, the girls that were bigger, like more curvy, made more money.
Because it's like my body, other than my boobs, it's like natural. So it's like, I know that's a fetish, but it might not be like the Vegas vibe.
Yeah, like, Rhino used to be, I feel like the demographic in Rhino has kind of changed. I danced there for like 3 or 4 years. I don't think I haven't danced there in maybe like 2. When I was there, it was more so like the slender, like I was considered curvy. Yeah. Like I'm like curvy, but I'm not like curvy. But it was more so like the slender look, because that's the type of club that like the customers would come in. So obviously being a manager and running an establishment and you're trying to make money, you know like what your people are looking for and what your clients are looking for. So of course you're only gonna hire people that fit that.
So they only went Russians 5'8", they weighed 95 pounds. A lot of like, and then there was like the curvy girls were like the aggressive Colombians and the Cubans.
Oh
yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
They run a tight shift.
Yeah, they do. I love working with them.
They run a tight shift.
I would get them. They like, we had such a good relationship because I was so friendly in the strip club. Like I would always put people on. People would always put me on. But I would love working with the Cubans and the Colombians because we would go into the VIP and like I would just be so funny and they would be so sexual and it would just work out perfectly and the people would like love us.
It's so funny because my friend actually works at the Rhino right now, and she's like, girls with your body type actually make the most money right now.
They do.
But they
It
don't
is very
hire
true.
them.
It is very true.
Yeah.
It was like that in my club too.
Like they don't hire people like me, but we make the club the most money. Not that I even know how
I
to
think
dance.
now it wouldn't be a problem.
True, because I'm
I don't
over the
think
mold
so.
poisoning and I've lost a lot of weight recently, but it's like I didn't do that because I'm like, I want to strip, and now it's like I don't really need to. I was just really stressed like with the mold.
Yeah, I totally
like, I
get
need
that.
It's
extra
so
money.
fun though.
Huh?
It's so fun.
I need to learn how to dance first. I like was in a little video when I was yesterday at AVN and I was like dancing and then I was like, oh my god, I need to leave.
You rewatched it. You're like, what the fuck?
I can't move my hips. I'm trying to learn how to twerk. I have a dance instructor on Wednesday who's specifically teaching me how to twerk so I can stop embarrassing myself.
I love that.
I cannot twerk.
I can. Okay, I have like 2 twerk moves. I can go like up and down, and I can go left to right.
Same here.
But like that's it. Like I don't have any rhythm. Like I made all of my money from talking to people.
Yeah.
Like we would just go in VIP, and I would be like your counselor or your therapist.
Yeah,
and we would just
twerking is.
And then I would like do a little twerk, and then I'd be like, okay, let's sit again because I can't.
I'm
fucking
tired now.
dance. My feet hurt. Like what? Like
No, I can't
hours
twerk.
of dancing.
It's like-
No, we're not doing that. But we can talk.
We're back. We're doing our first speed dating show because they're each other's type. Both have OnlyFans. So let's get to know each other. How big is your dick for her?
So,
It's an important question.
Okay, so I'm not gonna brag. Well, I don't want to mention anything. Ryan's go-to is to tell everyone to Google Nathan
Whenever
Webb
I
nude.
order a bottle at the club, I get
Nathan
the
Webb
sign
nude.
Nathan Webb nude.
Yeah.
Because if you Google it, you see his cock.
So I don't know. I don't know where the picture came
ahead.
from.
I'm Googling it. I'm pulling
I don't
it
know
up
where
right
the picture
now.
came from.
Is it like
Probably
yay
your
big?
phone.
No, it was just this little semi.
Oh,
It was
okay.
me getting out the shower with a semi. I kind of swung it around a little bit, I think. It was about 4 years ago.
Nathan
So-
does the elastic
Was
trick.
it soft or was it big?
He was in the,
It was like
Grabs
semi.
it and pulls
Semi.
it like a
Yes.
little gummy worm.
Yes.
Let me see. No. So go.
Nathan was
I'm
in the
gonna pull
thunder
it
Are you
down.
not anal fucking?
That's
Okay,
not-
this is
that's-
You don't
fake.
need. Fuck. You see?
He's like, let me find my nude for you.
Did I
Pull
spell
it
it wrong?
out. We can censor it.
You
Just
guys
pull
want
it
to have
out.
a nude off right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull it
Pull
up.
up your best nude.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay,
See,
wow. I don't
okay,
know
they've
if I
actually
have the
deleted
nudes.
some. They've deleted it, Ryan. It's gone.
Oh, wait.
No.
There's one
gone.
right here.
I'm
No,
really
that's not
on
it.
top
Oh, you're
of this
covering
shit.
your dick?
100%. They deleted it since yesterday.
Oh, here it is. Here's the dick.
Well, it's.
How do you feel about it?
That's all right.
We can do better.
Yeah,
Terry,
Well, is
Terry,
it- is
toss
this
my phone.
hard?
I feel like that's not
Okay.
hard.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Terry, bring the phone.
bring the penis over here.
All right, if you think that's just all right, I'm not your guy.
Yeah, that's what you rocking.
No, I'm funny.
he had me cut the whole segment about me asking about his dick.
Listen, okay,
Yeah.
I just
Cut
was
that
talking
now,
about
too.
this.
Okay, cutting this now too.
I don't want like
I
a
need the
big
mystery.
dick.
I need the mystery.
Okay.
I don't want a big dick. I don't want like
Terry,
this
you don't
going
want- you don't
inside
want
of me.
finishers. Yeah.
Sorry, Terry.
Maybe she wants to reduce Terry soft.
Yeah.
Terry soft.
I think the best size is like
Let's say
Like
6 and 7.
between 6 to like 7 and
I
a
was gonna
half.
say, yeah.
That's Nathan.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
there's a wall and it kind of, you know.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like I don't want it to hurt.
No.
I don't want it to be fat. Like don't stretch me out unless I really like you. Then you can stretch me
But
out.
if you
like,
do anal, like bigger dicks are fine because there's more room.
I don't do anal.
I disagree.
Really?
Don't you want a tiny pecker for anal?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
a big old.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even
do.
like
I-
anal.
Does that
I
make
want
sense?
a big.
I guess where we maybe haven't tried.
Hey, has Dredd
We would
done
know.
anal, by the way?
Oh my god, I think he'd kill someone.
I do. I've seen him do it.
With who?
I don't know.
It was a tiny little girl.
Oh
Dude,
my
she
Oh,
was
Coco
tiny.
Lovelock.
Yes.
Oh,
I was
See,
like,
that just like makes my little butthole
she's-
punch up.
One of them got to go to prison.
yeah, I was like, ooh.
All right.
She's not gonna sit straight for weeks.
So what is your dick sucking technique? Let's see if it's compatible.
Do it on
wish you
Nathan's
could
finger.
Do it on. Wait, no,
wash
that'll
your
get
hands?
banned.
I just
Do it on like. Do it on the water.
maybe
Chicken
a water
wing.
bowl,
A chicken wing.
Right?
a chicken wing. Maybe you could strip everything from the chicken wing.
I just like to well, this won't go in there. I just want to put it like all the way in the
I'm
back.
going to take a video of this.
Can we have,
Maybe my face just.
Yeah,
can we have a toy?
Go ahead,
I
Nara.
I just want it like all the way back there,
Yeah.
and then like in the back of the throat, and then I just like pull it back out, and then I like play with the head. I do like this really great thing with my tongue and do little twirl actions.
Oh, I like
side
that.
to side to side. I have like a system. I go. Well, I don't want to give. Well, I don't gatekeep, right? So I like do my mouth over it, and I bring my tongue like side to side to side. While I got the hand on the balls and the hand on the shaft, and then my head's still moving while I'm going side to side with my tongue.
Wow.
But then like I'm like kind of like curving my tongue with it. And then I go from like the side to side to like all the way around, and then I switch directions.
Breathe.
I've forgotten why I woke up sad this morning.
I'm really good at
question
giving
is,
head.
What are your feelings about spit? Because we got someone.
I'm disgusting.
Oh,
I am
love
fucking
that.
disgusting. Like there's so much spit
So,
all over
you're not for
everything.
Ryan.
I have tears like down my face. If I'm wearing makeup, like my makeup's all the way down because I'm like gagging, crying. Like
Nathan, this is your girl.
yeah,
I love
like when
that.
I'm like really sloppy, like
I always try to tell him
Who
my
the fuck is Sophia?
Is Ryan the only
You said
person?
balls?
yeah.
Suck balls.
I stuck
I
the
love sucking
balls.
balls.
Suck the
like,
balls.
dude,
All right. So what is your
Just
clit
a little.
sucking technique? Do you make
My
girls come? Do you make girls come before
very
you come?
important.
That's important.
Yes, so Ryan is you're a big
Sometimes.
advocate of girls come first, right?
Girls come first.
You walked
Yeah.
around all day yesterday with a girls come first t-shirt.
I love
Did you
that.
not do that before you met him?
Yeah.
No, well, no. So perhaps I was a bit selfish. Maybe I was
Wow.
selfish.
Here's
I
the
used
rule
to
of
be.
But
thumb.
now
Used
you're
to be.
learning.
Look, you're
Yes.
making out, and then it's all about the fingering while you're kissing. You kiss her neck.
And then you got the.
It's the
Yeah. Well, you're making out.
Oh my.
And then as soon as you
Okay.
say, you're such a perfect fucking pussy, that's when they come the dirty talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And you give them the shittiest dick ever. It doesn't matter.
because you already made them
100%.
come. Exactly. And then they'll probably call you back even if the dick's shitty.
100%.
Yeah, for
They'll
sure.
call you back because girls, like I asked this.
That's what I do.
They come,
nail
they
on the
call.
fucking head.
They
Nail
come,
on the
they
head.
call.
Yeah,
I
they
ask this
fucking
question
do.
on every podcast. If your body count was only the men who have made you come, what would it be? Every girl I've talked to, except for Kaylee, is under 10.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you make her come, they're gonna be like, oh my God, I think I'm in love with him. I don't know if you want that, but I'm in love.
I think that's why Kaylee fell in love with me, because I knew
Yeah.
that.
It was the
She said that.
Yeah.
I knew how to get her going with
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about squirt? Like.
Oh,
never.
yeah.
I've never been with a squirter.
Really?
because you're not going up. Yeah.
It's that.
Come here. Come on. Let me talk.
Like-
to
No,
you.
see, everyone, my body count's very low, very, very low.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you
How
think
is
you're
that
at?
possible? Like.
If your body count was
No, it's not.
35,
No,
if your body
29.
count was only the girls you made come, what would it be?
Yeah.
that's a great question.
15.
Oh,
Wow, that's
Out of like
really
35.
good.
that's actually
When I
a
was
good
a kid.
ratio.
Really good.
That's a decent rate. But
Do you
35.
guys know?
are
when
you
a
sure
girl
that they're
fakes, though?
faking it?
No,
I
35.
know, and I
Possibly.
don't mind it.
Yeah.
She did it for me.
Yeah,
Okay, she's
that's
trying.
funny.
She's trying.
trying to make
A
me
for
feel good.
effort.
Do you mind if she
Yeah.
fakes? If she fakes her
No,
orgasm?
no.
Well, why would you boost their ego like that? You need to let them know, yo, you sucked.
I agree. It's a good point.
Yeah. It is a good point.
Like,
Girls,
you're gonna
stop
go to the
faking.
next person
Okay,
and be
so-
like, oh, she really liked
Yeah.
this, and you're fucking it
Honesty,
up.
right?
right.
Yeah.
Ryan, we're very honest people. I would rather for the next time. So first time, if you don't like it, tell me.
Yeah.
Right. So next time we can adjust it because I'm gonna think I'm the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, right.
If you're if you're screaming,
You're like,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
I'm
giving you
gonna
the same
keep
bullshit.
fucking
I
you
love
up.
That's
it.
exactly
We're
right.
all
Bullshit.
adjusted. It's,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah. We're gonna do that same song and dance every
Yeah.
night.
every time.
You don't like my hand press tummy lick? Don't scream.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
like that
That's
one,
a,
eh?
that's a move. Yeah, that's my move.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. I also love like
That's the
when,
move.
when guys suck on it and bite it a little bit.
Oh, I don't
Not a-
I don't
Like
want
a
the
little
bite.
bit. Like
You
like,
bite,
like
right?
a
You
nibble.
bite?
But I feel
This
like
is how
you
I
can't
do it.
even
This is how I
say
do
that
it.
because people are gonna
The
be
clit's
crazy.
here, and I go like this.
Oh my
That's
god.
good.
She's like, oh,
You like that, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Is that how Brie fell in love?
See, I'm not bad. I'm not
You
that
are
bad.
very
You
good.
visit-
Yeah.
Very
Look
good.
at my mouth.
Is that how Brie fell in love?
We might need to visit a bathroom
Yeah.
later.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Get
might
some
need to
content.
visit.
You know, with Brie, what I do, I massage her before.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Smart.
All right, let's get
Loosen
back
her
to the
up.
speed dating. So,
yeah.
if you guys were dating, would she still be allowed to collab with other men?
Absolutely.
Wow, would you watch it? Are you a cuckold?
No, I don't like. I have struggled because I was married. So I got divorced at 23.
I was married.
So I got married at 20.
I got married at 18.
20, divorced at 24.
Divorced at
and
24.
Ever since then, I'm like, I just struggle.
Yeah.
You guys
to
have so
be
much
with
in
one
common
person.
already.
Oh my
I
god.
struggle. I really do. And people think it's the weirdest thing. I'm like, no, I wouldn't give a fuck if you go on a date
Yeah.
or go. I say that to you all the time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I don't care.
He doesn't
like no, but you must care. I don't fucking care.
No,
Doesn't
because
just
if
let
you
me
have
do what
like
I
a
wanna do.
connection and you
Yeah.
guys are on the same page,
Love
and
and sex are two
understanding-
different things.
Oh yeah, for a
100%.
guy,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
For a girl too.
I don't know. You're in love. Like you're in love.
You guys should see how me and Brie have sex.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love you. I love you. We do
God,
that.
it's beautiful.
And we say I love you while we come. It's so fucking cringe. Love.
That is so beautiful. That is like poetry, like Romeo and
Watch
Juliet.
the videos.
You want to see something?
No.
I love you. That's so cute.
All right, Nara, so do you care if he hooks up with other women? That's awesome.
I'm like a very big okay, so you're gonna hook up with other women and you're gonna tell me about it. You're gonna record a video and show me, or I'm gonna join you.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So, wow. She's like,
It's just music to my ears, really, isn't it?
This is your
all right,
girl.
we have 2 male judges right now. Let's all do our best moan right now. On how, oh my God, wait.
Yeah.
I
then we buy
might
it?
lose.
Okay.
I might lose. Okay.
That was great. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think
no
I
offense.
lost.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Monica.
Yes, Daddy. Oh my God, that big cock.
Terry, I need a new pair of underwear.
All right, what are some final questions for you guys to actually go on a date? What do you guys want to know about each other? What's
What's your bank account look like?
Nathan's fucking rich. Nathan owns two houses.
He owns 2 offices?
2 houses.
Oh, I thought you said
My
2
bank account.
offices.
wow?
I don't do bad. I don't do bad. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Me too.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Nathan
Okay.
makes 6 figures a month on OnlyFans.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a gay market or a street market?
I feel like he has a gay market.
75% male.
Okay.
He has a lot of old
I
ladies.
feel like all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But so I was
love
a
that. They
stripper for
spend
4
like-
years.
Me
strip.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This
I
is
think
like a
we
match
just
made in
I
heaven.
love
found
this.
love.
I love
Right?
Oh, this is
so I stripped for
perfect.
4 years. So I'm very used. I heard you say like it's my mouth,
Yeah.
like your mouth. I made all my money with my mouth.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
never had to dance.
What do you
when,
like? How do you shake your dick? Is
so,
that what you do?
So, no, this.
Come here.
Right. So we would come in.
Yeah.
So this would be like a dance, right?
Okay.
Different to you. So I would like
Hands
roll
on the cheek.
like
Oh,
this.
you do
Oh,
the.
wow.
So do the.
Yeah.
It'd be the.
Oh, wow.
It'd be like
And then
the.
onto the chest, feel the
Classic.
pec.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I would avoid doing that as much as I could.
Yeah, me
and just
too.
talk.
Yeah.
And just talk.
I would, and then like straddling
Good God,
someone.
Tom.
Straddling someone for hours is like
Sucks.
so
I would
uncomfortable.
wear
You
knee
walk in
pads.
like a
It's
fucking
horrible.
horse afterward. Yeah.
I'd wear knee pads and I'd just get on my knees.
Oh, you wear knee pads.
Yeah, I wear knee pads, get on my knees and just sit between like a girl's waist
Yeah.
and just sit there and just talk to
like
her.
rubber thighs.
Yeah, and just talk to her.
Can you believe Nathan is so hot? Girls pay him to suck his dick. Can you believe that?
That is
Wow.
a beautiful thing.
So much has to go right for me to get a hand job. You know? I gotta be really funny, wear my best shirt, have a good hair day.
Yeah.
We gotta share appetizers, drive her home. Maybe I get a kiss. Girls pay him to suck his dick.
Really?
What am I doing wrong here?
Do you accept money for that?
Do I need the accent?
Well,
Do
we
I need
love
the
that. No
steroids?
shaming here. All right, can we end this episode with you guys kissing?
Okay, but I have coffee mouth.
I'll kiss you on the cheek. I can be a little, we'll save it till
Nathan,
later.
please kiss her. Please kiss her.
She's got coffee breath.
Okay.
No, I don't care. I don't care, but I don't want it, you know.
I don't. Yeah.
Nara, please fuck my best friend Nathan.
Watch the video.
All right, everyone plug themselves. Now we got a few people in.
All right.
Yes.
Start over
Ryan
here.
with Pillow Talk.
Swedish
that you know
Bella.
that. I like to know that.
Wait,
Also,
no, say it again. Sorry. Okay.
my episode, when does it come out?
Your episode comes out
I
on...
guys it already did.
It already came out by
Did
the
you
time
guys
this comes
enjoy it?
out.
Thanks for
Did you
watching.
guys enjoy it? Thanks for watching.
It was good though. I loved it.
It was, that was a A1 episode.
It was really good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ryan Pownell. That's producer _ Terry, baby. Pillow Talk with Ryan.
Swedish _ Bella.
Wait, are you changing it to Swedish _ Monica now?
Yeah, right?
No,
Oh yes, I am.
Why?
It's not
We'll
there
see.
yet.
We'll see.
More to
We'll
come.
see.
More to come.
Yeah.
The Nara Ford, naraford.com, OnlyFans / Nara Ford.
It's not Jessa Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Nara
Yes.
Ford, the Nara Ford, the one and fucking only.
Just,
But I love Jessa. Let me put that out there. That's
As
been
does
my
Ryan,
girl.
apparently.
That's been my girl for
He's
like
been
10
seeing her
years. I
everywhere.
love her.
Oh, I love her.
been seeing her everywhere. Just
like a
Nathan Webb.
mirage.
Nathan Webb, simple.
Okay. It's Deelz, ITSDEELZ.com. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Bye.